You are watching NCN.
Mr. Speaker, I wish to congratulate the senior minister in the office of the president with responsibility for finance, the most astute and dignified Dr. 𝐁𝐔𝐃𝐆𝐄, for presenting a people's-oriented budget which will bring benefit to all the people. Mr. Speaker, it is said that education is the key to success. And so in presenting my first speech, I will start with the successful key. Mr. Speaker, I will begin with infrastructural development in my region for 2023. Mr. Speaker, I have sat there and listened about comment that education minister is only building building. Mr. Speaker, we cannot put our babies and our youths on the tent to learn. We have to make learning environment conducive.
Yeah, that's the point. You open up on glass.
And comfortable. Mr. Speaker, rehabilitation was done on 4 nursery schools, catering for the babies of this country, 6 primary schools, and 1 primary laboratory. It also provides for the growing population. 1 primary was extended, and construction of 2 new nursery schools, 2 rehabilitated, inclusive of 1 extended secondary school. Mr. Speaker, those schools are as follows: Lima Nursery, rehabilitation; Watton Hall Nursery, rehabilitation; Martindale, Anna Regina Old Nursery, Siriki in the Pomeroon Nursery. All those are rehabilitated. Temet Manor Primary, Abrams Creek in the Pomeroon, Friendship Primary, Sparta Primary, all in the Pomeroon except Sparta, Sifinoons Primary Lab, Mashabo Primary. Sifinoons Primary was extended. Anna Regina Secondary, rehab and extension. 8th of May Secondary, rehab. Mashabo Nursery, Mr. Speaker, new building. Never had it there. Yuli Nursery, new, Mr. Speaker. We have nursery school at ULE, but it was extended and yet it's overcrowded. So a new primary was constructed. Abramsville Secondary, Mr. Speaker, the new state-of-the-art secondary school in Region 2 is completed and commissioned. And Mr. Speaker, we were told it's 10 of that kind of school in the world. We are very fortunate, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, works on roof, floors, and window, along with the construction of sanitary blocks. Walkway, Mr. Speaker. We cannot allow our children now to puddle in the mud. Trestles, sheds, fences, and drainage network were also done to promote conducive and safer learning environment. Mr. Speaker, accommodation for students and staff are necessities to life. It enhances comfort and relieves stress for both groups. And so, Mr. Speaker, 4 rehabilitated dormitories for the secondary schools, 2 new and 1 rehabilitated teachers' quarters were catered for in the region's budget. Education delivery, Mr. Speaker, and throughout my speech, I will speak about delivery and achievements. Because if we could not have delivered and we did not achieve, we cannot ask for more money. Mr. Speaker, I must indicate that all dormitories receive fire equipment and linen, textbooks and exercise books, furnitures, and school feeding supplies were also successfully distributed. 80 HMs, headmisters and masters, received cash grants to purchase teaching learning materials to enhance the classroom. Mr. Speaker, a total of 12,848 students were overjoyed in receiving their cash grant of $35,000 each, which is now raised to $40,000. Mr. Speaker, you can see happiness in the faces of those children.
Happy faces.
The Breakfast for Success programs, Mr. Speaker, was effectively distributed. 805 breakfasts to grade 6 students in 14 coastland primary schools. This breakfast will be extended in this year's budget to grade 4, 5 students. Achievements for education. Mr. Speaker, the NSA, CXC, and CAPE were successfully completed. But I need to give this Honorable House some information on the NGSA for 2023. Mr. Speaker, the top student for NGSA hails from Parta Primary School, a school in our beautiful Cinderella County. The best performing primary school in Region 2 for NGSA 2023 is Aurora Primary with 70.27%, followed by Better Hope Primary with 70%. Comrade Speaker, why should we not give our children better accommodation, learning accommodation? Mr. Speaker, CSEC 2023. Mr. Speaker, I heard children are being downplayed, children do not perform. Well, Mr. Speaker, I am elated to once again announce the name Alex Muntaz of Anna Regina Secondary School, who was awarded the most outstanding technical and pre-vocational candidate in the Caribbean, Mr. Speaker. He copped 27 subjects, 23 grade 1s and 4 grade 2s. This is commendable for a region like 𝐂𝐄𝐄. Comrade Speaker, when I heard this result, I was dismayed because in my time we were struggling with 5 subject GCE. Comrade Speaker, Mr. Speaker, these are the opportunities provided to the youth of this country by our caring government. Anna Regina Secondary School celebrated as School of the Year 2023. CAPE, Mr. Speaker, a total of 4 students wrote the exam. 3 students in year 1 and 1 student in year 2. 13 subjects were offered, 5 subjects in year 1 and 8 subjects in year 2. Mr. Speaker, that school, Anna Regina Secondary School, saw 100% pass rate in all subjects area. Mr. Speaker, our region, Cinderella region, is shining. And I want to say to this House, investment breeds achievements. Comrade Speaker, 1 student, Miss Kunti Singh, from the Abramsville Secondary School, was cup 18 grade 1s and 5 grade 2s, and she was placed 4th in the country, Mr. Speaker. These are the performance of our children who will be the future leader in 𝐃𝐄𝐁𝐃𝐄𝐁. Mr. Speaker, I can see that the 2024 budget will extremely benefit our students in the far-flung areas. Mr. Speaker, talking about the Gold Scholarship, I want to say the Gold Scholarship is goal for us, the women in the outlying regions. Mr. Speaker, in Region 2, 1,111 scholarship was awarded through that online academy. What a great initiative. Our region was labeled as a rice-growing community. Mr. Speaker, the region will now see more academic and better sowing in whatever area, whether it be rice, whether it be cash crop, whether it be ground provision, because when we sow educated. Comrade Speaker, the women and mothers can stay in their own confine of their home and qualify themselves. No rental will have to be catered for. They don't have to leave their children struggling on their own just to get themselves academically elevated. Thanks to our government. Thank you, Minister Priya. Mr. Speaker, and I love training in whatever field. As I earlier said, education is the key to success. And for those who cannot have academical qualification, we have other areas that they can excel in. Mr. Speaker, with the Women Innovation and Investment Network, the WIN, I want to tell you, say to this honorable House, that 465 women participated in an online and face-to-face training in the following areas: garment construction, graphic, patient care, information technology, project management, events planning, entrepreneurship, and business proposal, resulting in some selection for patient care, nursing, and laboratory technician.
At that pause, Honorable Member, you'll need an extension to conclude.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to ask that the honourable member be given 5 minutes to conclude her presentation.
Thank you, Minister Teixeira. Honorable member, you may continue and
Thank you,
conclude
Mr.
within the
Speaker.
5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, 35 of those women who completed their business registration were recipients of cash grant of $35,000 each and operates their own businesses. Board of Industrial Training, BIT. Mr. Speaker, a number of 503 persons were trained under the BIT program, which consists of 302 males and 201 females. Under the following areas: welding and fabrication, motor vehicle servicing and repair, small engine repair, information technology, office administration, general building construction, data operation, garment construction, block making, refrigeration and AC repair, heavy duty mechanic, fitting and machining, auto electrician, and boat building. Mr. Speaker, sorry, custom to my comrade, excuse me. We're living in a riverine area and boat building was very essential for that program. And I now come to touch a little on housing. Mr. Speaker, Region 2, like every other region in Guyana, has a growing population and there are demand for houses. And so infrastructural works are progressing in 3 new housing schemes, namely on the Nimin region, Phase 4, Plantation Buxton and Plantation 𝐁𝐔𝐃𝐆𝐄. In addition to the charity squatting area, which have now been regularized, and almost 100 persons would have received their titles. Mr. Speaker, the all schemes on the Nimin Phase 1 and 2 and 3, Lima Sands and Charity, the ministry continues to resolve inherited issue where poor people lands were taken away under the previous administration. And when I was vice chairman, I myself had to intervene and engage the Minister of Housing as soon as he took office. Mr. Speaker, to date, a total of 719 house lots were allocated. It's only 3 years, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, 2024 budget will enable us double or more our allocation. Mr. Speaker, we do not have to import lands. Every eligible adult can own their own home in region number 2. Mr. Speaker, water is life. Installation and distribution pipelines are done in 12 areas on the coast, and pumping assembly at Dry Shore Pump Station and Mashabo were upgraded. Repairs and renovation to Lima Treatment Plant, Colin and Somerset Pump Station. The construction of a new water treatment plant at Undernimin is 60% completed. Drilling of new well at Lima Treatment Plant is in process. Mr. Speaker, residents will soon have better water. Mr. Speaker, the drilling and installation distribution pipe at Kapui, an Amerindian community, for the first time is completed, and same is 80% completed at Hackney in the Pomeroon area. Mr. Speaker, 5 Amerindian communities, Akubini, Barakaro, Kabakburi, Karoab, in the extreme end of the Pomeroon, and Bethany will soon receive the same distribution service. Mr. Speaker, this is care for the people. Services are reaching to every people, every person. Roads, Mr. Speaker, rehabilitation work was done to the main public road. Within Supanam to Bushlot, 21 miscellaneous roads were upgraded within Good Hope, Pomona, NDC. And another 33 community roads were done in collaboration with the Ministry of Housing within the 5 NDCs, and 5 more community roads by the RDC. Securing our river dam and sea defense, Mr. Speaker, maintenance work were done to the eastern embankment of Pomeroon in 2 lots. Maintenance was done along the Dartmouth, Temet Manor, Resource, Kosher, and Suddy also. Mr. Speaker, construction of Riprap Sea Defense at Larry Souvenir, Good Hope, Abronsville, Phase 1, and Colin. Comrade Speaker, this is progress. Drainage and irrigation, construction of revetment at Golden Fleece, Charity, Hussadam, Vilvoording, and Somerset Cross Canal, construction of tail wall at Evergreen and Bounty Hall, construction of timber bridge at 𝐁𝐔𝐃𝐆𝐄. Mr. Speaker, these are just a few deliveries and achievement of the 2023 budget. With the passing of the 2024, Region 2 will see an overall advancement. Mr. Speaker.
Honourable member, your time is up.
Thank you, sir.
Excellent, excellent.
Budget 2024.